Welcome to this episode of Real Help. Today we're talking about one of the hottest tech topics of the past decade, blockchain. A lot of people see it as the key technology that's going to reshape the digital world. To break it all down for us, we've brought in our very own blockchain expert here at Real Help, Leo. Hey, Leo.
Hey Alice, great to be here. Excited to dive in with everyone.
You hear this line all the time. Blockchain was invented for Bitcoin. So why did it actually come about? What was the backstory?
You're right, blockchain and Bitcoin showed up together. Let's start with a quick clip to set the stage. In 2008, the US subprime mortgage crisis erupted. Lehman Brothers went bankrupt, and the global financial system teetered on the brink of collapse. Governments and central banks around the world resorted to massive money printing in an attempt to rescue the markets. This shook ordinary people's confidence in fiat currencies and the banking system.
Leo, what did the 2008 financial crisis really mean for people?
It was a massive global trust meltdown. The traditional financial system is super centralized. Everything runs through banks and governments. That crisis showed just how fragile that setup can be. Here's another short clip that drives the point home. In traditional society, trust relies on intermediaries such as banks, notary offices, government agencies, and platform companies. Their role is to act as third parties that vouch for us, ensuring authenticity. But this model has significant flaws. Rules are often opaque. Data can be tampered with, and ordinary people have no direct means of verification.
So people started asking, why do a handful of institutions get to control everyone's money? Isn't there a way to do this without putting all our trust in these giant centralized banks?
Exactly. By 2008, the internet was already mature. We could send messages instantly, but sending money online still required middlemen. You couldn't just email cash the way you email a photo. Then, in late 2008, someone or a group using the name Satoshi Nakamoto dropped the Bitcoin white paper. For the first time ever, value could move across the internet as easily and directly as information. No banks required. Let's roll that clip. 31st, 2008. A person using the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto published the Bitcoin white paper, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. On January 3, 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto mined the first block of Bitcoin, known as the Genesis block, embedding in it the headline from The Times, Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks. This not only marked the beginning of Bitcoin, but also heralded the birth of blockchain technology.
Got it. So blockchain is the underlying tech that powers Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was the very first killer application built on blockchain.
Spot on. Blockchain solves the age-old problem of needing to trust a middleman when you exchange value. It replaces subjective human trust with objective, unbreakable code. Bitcoin was the proof that it actually works.
Okay, but blockchain still sounds pretty abstract. Can you explain how it actually works in plain English?
Absolutely. Let's watch this short animation that walks through the mechanics. It works like this. Every transaction is peer-to-peer transfer by blockchain. The data will be packed into a block and sending it to global network nodes for verification. After all nodes verify and broadcast to the entire network, cryptography algorithms are used to link them into a chain in chronological order, forming an open, transparent, and tamper-proof ledger. Blockchain has 4 key features. 1. Decentralization. No single authority controls it. Instead, it is maintained collectively by nodes distributed across the global network. 2. Immutability. Once data is recorded on the blockchain, it is validated by the entire network of nodes and cannot be arbitrarily altered. 3. Transparency. Data on the blockchain is open and transparent. Anyone can query and verify it. 4. Automation. Smart contracts allow rules to be executed automatically.
Wow, so it really does fix a lot of the weaknesses you see in old school centralized systems.
Totally. Think about a traditional database. One company owns it, controls it, and if their servers go down or get hacked, you're screwed. Blockchain spreads the ledger across thousands of independent nodes. Every node has a full copy. Knock out a few nodes? The network doesn't even flinch.
So it's like a shared ledger that everybody keeps a copy of.
Exactly. And because everyone has the same ledger, tampering becomes basically impossible. The data is organized into blocks that are chained together. Each block contains a cryptographic fingerprint, a hash, of the previous block. Change anything in the past, and every subsequent fingerprint breaks instantly. The whole network notices right away, seeing the tier.
Like a notebook where you can't rip out a page or change the numbers without everyone seeing the tier.
Perfect analogy.
But if there's no central authority, how does the network agree on what's valid?
That's where consensus mechanisms come in. The two big ones right now are proof of work, POW, and proof of stake, POS. POW, what Bitcoin still uses, is basically a computational race. Miners compete to solve hard math puzzles to earn the right to add the next block. POS, what Ethereum switched to, lets you earn that right based on how many tokens you hold and how long you've held them. Either way, the entire network has to agree before a transaction is considered final and irreversible.
It's part computer science, part economics, part game theory.
Indeed, consensus mechanisms are really sophisticated incentive systems written in code. They reward good behavior and make attacking the network insanely expensive. The more participants, the stronger and safer it gets. Beyond trading coins, take RWA that everyone's talking about lately. What is that exactly?
A lot of people still think blockchain is just crypto speculation, but the applications go way beyond trading coins. Take RWA that everyone's talking about lately. What is that exactly?
RWA stands for real-world assets. It means taking traditional assets, real estate, stocks, bonds, art, commodities, and turning them into digital tokens on a blockchain so they can be traded 24/7, split into tiny fractions, and moved globally in seconds. It's probably the next huge wave.
What are some other real-world uses? Give us a few concrete examples.
Sure. Right now, the big categories are finance, DeFi, decentralized finance, cross-border payments, stablecoins. People borrow, lend, trade, and earn interest without ever touching a bank. International transfers can cost pennies and settle in minutes instead of days. Supply chain traceability. Blockchain can record every step from raw materials to finished goods, making food or medicine provenance traceable and reducing counterfeiting. Digital identity and privacy. You own and control your own ID data instead of handing it over to big tech. NFTs and creator economy. Artists, musicians, game developers can sell digital ownership directly to fans and keep most of the money. Some governments are already putting land titles, voting records, and charity donations on blockchains for radical transparency.
That kind of transparency is almost impossible with traditional systems.
Exactly. That's why Real Help built our donation platform entirely on blockchain. Every transfer, every token rule, every dollar is public and verifiable forever.
So Real Help is using blockchain to completely rethink what helping can look like.
That's the goal. We replace Trust Me with Verify for yourself. Strangers can work together confidently because the rules are enforced by math, not middlemen. We'll actually do a full episode walking through exactly how the Real Help platform works.
After all these examples, I'm dying to know. How is blockchain ultimately going to change society?
It's going to hit on three huge levels. Economic, value will move as fast as information. Sending money across borders could literally be as easy as sending a text. Trust. We're moving from trusting people, institutions, to trusting code and math. That's a fundamental rewiring of how society works.
The reconstruction of trust. I love that phrase.
It fits perfectly. Organizations, DAO, decentralized autonomous organizations, are already letting thousands of strangers run multi-million-dollar projects with no CEO, no office, just smart contracts and community voting. It's a whole new way to organize people.
Today, we went from the 2008 crisis that birthed blockchain all the way to how it might reshape trust, money, and organizations tomorrow. I feel like I finally get the big picture.
Blockchain is still early and evolving fast. There will be bumps along the road, but it's laying the foundation for the next version of the internet and society itself.
Thanks so much, Leo. And thank you all for watching this episode of Real Help. See you in the next one.